I'm reading a book for the second time. It's called Pigs in the Parlor. Not because it's such a good book that I can't put it down, but because it's important as a believer to know your potential. The first time, unbelievable, but the first time I read it for myself and I got set free, I got blessed. I found out my potential as a believer. And the second time I read it for someone else. And within, I say, the second chapter, I found out that if one person gets set free, then they have the potential to bless someone else with deliverance. Like that's the power of God. One person can get an entire neighborhood, an entire household, entire community, a whole nation set free. Just like, imagine that the President of the United States, he reads a book called, he's saved, he's a Christian. Even if he's not, he reads a book. It's called The Pigs in the Parlor. And he gets delivered. He receives Jesus. And just like that, I mean, the whole nation can be set free. So I'm encouraged the second time to press forward and read it. And honestly, I read it for a deeper understanding because I was asking God to give me wisdom. So I dug a little deeper. I did some studying. I got some understanding. And I didn't only do it for myself, but in this case, I was married, so I did it for someone else, which is my family. I was selfless. And within the second chapter, I got blessed, even though that much more. That one person who gets set free can help a whole neighborhood, a whole entire family, a house, a city, a community, a nation. So I feel very positive about this literature, and I'm thanking God, and it's really encouraging me to move forward in faith, because I was, let's just say, in high school, I was a reader. I enjoyed literature. I read books like there's all kind of books, but I was really good. I was so good in high school that people used to get like A's off of my paper. Like, serious, when I was in a reading group, we could do that, by the way. In 12th grade, we could do that. Like, if we had a reading group and we took a test, one of our members in our group could look on our paper if they needed help, so we could work together during the exam. And I was like a group leader in high school. When we had English 1, English 2, English 3, English. In this place, it was English 4 coming out of high school. But yeah, so that was the beauty of it, that I was so advanced in reading and literature coming out of high school that one person in my group could look on my paper and get an A. Glory to God. It was the same way in math, algebra, yada yada yada. So I've always been a really smart person, even in college. But by the time I got through to my let's say my junior year in college, like something started happening. I got kind of bored because I was studying education, and I just we were taking the same classes. Well, they weren't the same classes. They were different classes, but it was like we was doing the same stuff over and over and over, and it took repetition. So I began to fail some of my courses in college, and I found that I just wasn't interested in education anymore. I didn't even want to teach because I was like it's a little overwhelming, and we're pretty much doing the same thing. And after I got my AA, it was self-explanatory. So I went into getting my BA, and I started doing other stuff like subbing, being a substitute teacher. And I was a teacher's aide. I was a floater, but I didn't like it. Like, I didn't have any time to myself. It was just kids, homework, assessments, chaperoning, and I didn't have any kids. And when I got home, I'm with my nephews, I'm with my nieces. So I've even in church, I'm a Sunday school teacher, I found myself overwhelmed. So what happened was I changed my major. I changed it to communication. And when I was doing that, I took a course, and it was called ethics. And one of the principles that we learned about in the ethics class was that there was a cliff, and somebody on the cliff was dropping babies. What would you do if you looked up and there was someone on a cliff, and they kept dropping babies, just dropping babies off the cliff, babies, like, newborn babies, and the babies were hitting the ground. So the question was, do you catch the babies as quick as they're falling, or do you climb up to the top of the cliff, make your way to the top of the cliff, and find out who's dropping those babies and catch that person? I decided to catch the person who's dropping the babies because I believe in hard work, but I believe in working smarter, not harder. So I couldn't see myself just running around at the bottom of a cliff catching babies. No, I saw myself going up to the top of that cliff and catching a person. And we don't have to worry about the babies anymore. See, our work is done when you catch the person. And the babies are safe, by the way. So it's hard work getting to the top, but I'm enjoying it. Glory to God. Give him the glory. He deserves it.